Guys, today I would like to tell you how to use a revolve command. So firstly, we need to go into the sketch and we need to hit it, apply that we want to draw a sketch on it. And second, you will find the command, the feature revolve is in extrude drop down menu, and then you could find revolve. And you could also go into the menu and insert, and in design features you will find revolvers in here. So the insert tab is very useful. Most of the comment feature comment you could find in here. So let's draw a sketch first. For examples, I would like to draw a vase. So I need to make this curve and the straight lines gives them a tangent relationship. And then I click this point and maybe I need to draw a line here and right clicks to change into a reference line. At that moment, I click this point and click this line and I choose or I need to choose point on the curve. So we will put the point on this curve. And later, you're gonna do these required dimensions, and you will give the rule dimensions you want to give in the entrance of the vase. So let's say you give it 3 or 5. Okay, so I hit it. We need to close it. So next we're going to the extrude revolve, and then sorry, I need to change this as a reference line, and I hit the revolve again, and we need to give access to this sketch. So click on this line and then hit it apply. So we generated a shape or object, but we need to check whether this shape is a solid body. So to check that, we need to go into the view and clip sections or edit sections. We found that this vase is a solid body already, so let's hit it OK. So this is the section view. You check the object, and let's click this. So let's click the sketch 1, and then if in here I'm going to the home and I close this contour and then I hit it finish. And next time I will go into the view and edit sections, hit it OK. You see this also a solid body, so it doesn't matter whether when you're doing this sketch and you give a contour, a closed contour or open contour, both can generate a solid body. So for examples, if I click sketch and also in this plane, I drawing a curve here, and then I also use the revolve functions, and then I need to give a specified vectors to these, and let's hit it apply. You could say we could also generate a solid objects, right? And we're going to, okay, we finish this, and when we're going to the view and edit sections, we could check this is also a solid body. If I have this shape, and then my center axis is this line, let's change this to a reference. And then if I hit revolve and I selected the specify vectors, hit apply. When we check this, is also we're going to edit sections, so generated a solid bodies. I draw this shape, and then I'm going to revolve, and I choose the specify vector as this. So I hit apply. You could see it also could generate a solid body. If we're going to view edit sections, it's totally these four objects is solid bodies. In what situations is a generated not a solid body is a shape? Let's try it. So I click sketch, still drawing on this plane. Sorry, I choose the wrong plane. I choose a sketch and click on this plane. And this time I draw a circle here, and then I draw a line. Use a trim to trim the line I don't want to, and then I generated the axis. It's changed to a reference, and I'm going to a revolve, and I choose specify vectors. This line, apply, and this time you could say I generated is a shape, not a solid body, because this is intersect this part when doing revolve. But if we're doing a half circle, the situation is the same or not the same. And I need to draw trim this, and then I draw a center line and change the center line into a reference. Going to a revolve, I choose a specify vector. So I hit apply. You could see this is generated solid body, but this is not, because this is just a half circle. It's not happens intersect, but this shape is happens intersect situations. And the same way. So if I draw something on this plane, and this time I draw a shape like this, and I doing a revolve. I selected the X, sorry. In specify vector, I selected this, hit apply. You can see this situation is also generated a shape, not solid body. Okay, for examples, I draw a sketch, redraw a sketch, and this time for examples, I drawing this rectangles, so I go into a revolve. In here, default is 360. If I choose specify vectors, it could be generated this kind of column. But when I double click this to enter that sketch, to enter this feature again, I can change to 270. You could got this shape, right? If I double click again and change the start angle into a 45, for examples, I can got this shape, right? And for examples, I doing a sketch. And this time I just draw this shape, and I don't need to give axis it. I can directly doing revolve and borrows the axis of this line. And at that moment, you could say here is a bowline, and I could choose, for examples, unite with this body and hit it apply. It's going to become a one object. And also if I double click this, and in here I can choose to a subject, or I double click this to change to a intersect. Let's change to a unite. So for examples, I go into the revolve and I choose this curve. In the specify vectors, I just borrow this line. And in here, I change to now. And in body tabs, the default is solid. If we just could change to a shade and keep the tolerance is 0.01 as a default. And let's hit it apply. Are able to create it revolve body from specified sector axis parameters. So we can't generate it a shade just based on this sketch. And in these situations, what I can do, so I'm going to this sketch and trying to use a trim and trim this line. And this time I still going to a revolve, and in here change to a now specify vectors. Let's go back and change this into a reference. Okay, and then I do a revolve, change to now, give a specify vectors and choose this reference line. And let's hit it and keep this body tabs into a solid. And we check, if we check this, you could see it's a solid body. But if we just double click this and we change to a sheet, and this time if you go into the clip section, you could find actually this body is not a solid body, it's become a shade. But you can't see it from outside. And also if we just use a trim to trim this line and going to finish sketch, you could see obviously this is a shade, not a solid object. Okay guys, today we just finished tutorial about revolve functions. If you like my video, just subscribe to my channel and welcome to watching. See you in next class. Bye.